During the depths of this American recession, entrepreneurs and their young companies produced nearly 8 million of the 12 million jobs created in 2007. Contemporary economies cannot function without entrepreneurs. In America alone, 19% of people will suffer from mental illness this year. But did you know that 50% more are more likely to suffer from a mental illness if they are a founder of a company? Today, we are going to talk about mental health in entrepreneurship and why it's so crucial. My name is Vic. I am the founder of Social Gravity, so this topic hits home. And welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Of course, tell the YouTube algorithm that I make pretty good videos. That would be fantastic. But today's video is a little more serious, and it actually, like I said, hits home. It means a lot to me, this topic, not only entrepreneurship, but mental health optimization in general. It's just something that I take so seriously, and I have for years. And now I'm really getting into exercising a lot during this pandemic crisis, being trapped in the house,
Let me out! Let me out! This is not a dance!
Let's get into the actual reasons that as an entrepreneur or even a professional, you should be focusing on your mental health every single day. Understand that your mental health is going to affect the way you feel, the way you think, and the way that you act. And when you optimize your mental situation, you can better handle stress. You make better decisions. You are more efficient, more productive, and your contributions to society and your community are more impactful. They're more precise. It's just so valuable to put yourself in the frame of mind that you're going to take your mind seriously. And like I said at the start of this video, the statistics stacked against entrepreneurs are actually pretty staggering. 2 times more likely to suffer from depression, 6 times more likely to suffer from ADHD, 3 times more likely to suffer from substance abuse, 10 times more likely to suffer from bipolar disorder, and 2 times more likely to have suicidal thoughts. So the statistics are, like I said, pretty clear that being an entrepreneur weighs heavily. And in that situation, you have to really show up and really take it seriously, because not only is it your responsibility to take control of your mind and your business, but it's your responsibility to take care of your employees and your customers and your clients. It's shown that very often poor mental health situations for the entrepreneur, the founder, the owner of a company can lead to burnout, toxic company culture, increased employee turnover, an inability to show up in times of need, and just overall poor decision making. If you are not in a state of mind where you are completely optimized, clear thinking, it's gonna come out in your business practice, whether you like it or not. According to Noam Wasserman at HBS, 65% of startups fail due to human-centric reasons. But why are entrepreneurs so vulnerable to this? Like, what makes us so susceptible to being crushed by things like depression or suicidal thoughts? Like, these are very serious illnesses and very serious situations. So what makes it so hard for us? The thing is, as the owner, as the leader, you are kind of the rock in your organization. And when things go wrong, people look to you to stay strong, stay level-headed, to make the right decision. And at the end of the day, we are still human. Like, I'm still a man made out of a brain and a body. Like, I'm not a physical rock. But in the position of a leader, you create a projected sense of security within your organization. You don't want to project the problems of management and leadership onto your employees or your executive team or your customers. You really want to show them that everything's cool, everything's going well. And a lot of times, they're really not, and all of the stress is kind of falling back on you, which creates this sense of loneliness within a lot of entrepreneurs because they don't feel like they can really talk to somebody or they can really have anybody relate to them and their problems because it's just such a unique situation. So a lot of entrepreneurs build up this tension and this overwhelming responsibility on their own shoulders, and they don't want to burden their friends, families, co-workers with any of this. They just need to figure it out and keep moving towards the goal. And usually financial risk, especially in small business, falls back onto the owner or the entrepreneur. Like if I were to go and take out a loan, even if I'm incorporated, I would still have to probably give a personal guarantee on that loan. There's actually a lot of financial liability that goes into owning a business, which is why a lot of people don't really get into owning a business in the first place. It's probably why owning an online business has become so popular because overhead is just drastically reduced. Liability is just reduced. There's an interesting concept of moving the goalposts where as business owners, when we're starting out or even along our journey, we set goals, and then once we kind of get close to those goals or even past those goals, we move the goalposts back. And it actually shows in my business because when I started Social Gravity and I started it from my laptop, it was just me. I made this goal. I was like, when I hit 10,000 a month, like that's going to be sick. 10,000 in revenue a month. And then we blew by that. And I just looked back and I was like, we hit 10,000 like 3 months ago and I didn't even realize it. And now we have a goal of, 30,000 a month or whatever. What happens when we pass that? Are we just going to keep moving the goalposts? Are we never going to really celebrate and take the time to acknowledge what we've done? Or are we just going to keep challenging ourselves and put a constant pressure on ourselves? And it's interesting because this like grind culture, this hustle culture.
I'm gonna make Monday morning my bitch. I'm gonna make you Saturday, Monday morning. That's what I wanna do every morning.
And that's what I want from you.
I just don't really agree with that. I think that's pretty irresponsible, and I don't think that aligns with the message of optimizing your mental health situation. I really want to offer anybody watching 3 really good solutions or tactics that you can apply. It doesn't matter if you are an entrepreneur, honestly. It doesn't matter if you're a professional or, you are just at home during this pandemic. If you're watching this during the pandemic crisis, I want to offer you 3 tips that I really take seriously to improve my mental health. And at the same time, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you've learned anything or gained any value today or just liked the discussion, please subscribe. I would just honestly really appreciate it. I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and just you watching this is fantastic. But let's jump into my 3 tactics to improve your mental health. The first tactic here is so important, and it is to organize your thoughts. Because in an average day, you have about 60 to 80,000 thoughts. That's right, 60 to 80,000 thoughts bouncing around in your head every single day. Now, I guarantee if you're in a position of growth and development and power that most of those, or at least some of those thoughts, are pretty important to you. And for us to recognize an important thought and then just be like, okay, I'm gonna put it in my mental vault and I'll come back to it later and then go on with our day, the probability of you actually remembering it is pretty damn low considering you're gonna have 79,999 more of them.
I said that? Yes.
So what I like to do every single day when I meditate is write in my meditation journal. This is literally a journal that is for thoughts that I have when I meditate, but throughout the day I keep it at my desk and I'm always writing things down that I need to remember. It's also really important to organize not only your thoughts, but your fears, because fears are the things that really hold you back. There are only 6 main fears that every person has. Well, everyone has one of these 6 main fears, and you can learn more about this in the book Think and Grow Rich. So number 2 of my 3 suggested practices to optimize your mental performance and clarity is to have a go-to person. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you have a go-to person that's in your organization, because what I said earlier actually has justification. When you're in a position of leadership, you don't really want to spread your problems throughout your organization. You don't want them to know that stuff. You want them to be focused on achieving the business goals. What I would recommend is having, your spouse, your partner, or a really good friend, or a parent, a sibling that you can just go to and have a go-to person. Someone that you trust, and you can just be like, hey, will you be my go-to person when I'm having business troubles that I can just talk to, because I feel like this is a big problem that I want to solve. I really plan on making more videos with these tactics, more in depth, more advanced, so subscribe if you haven't. But number 3 on this list is really immerse yourself in a personal development culture. Listen to speakers like Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn, who speak on various wide variety of topics all around bettering yourself, bettering your mental clarity, and just understanding your mind. It's been said that one who knows themselves knows everybody else. And in business and in success, in life in general, you need to have a high emotional intelligence. You need to know how people are going to react, how people can be talked to, and how people can work alongside with you.
I'm telling you, the learning process can be speedy, swift, powerful. Your learning curve can go up, and then applying it to your business, your life, your family, conversations, equities of all kinds. You'll find some progress like I did that first 5 years when I met a teacher willing to share with me. Turned my life around. Progress I couldn't believe happened for me.
So developing yourself and immersing yourself in personal development every single day of your life in some way, shape, or form, whether it's meditation, journaling, watching videos like this, learning more about your arsenal of weapons against your mind, against this thing that could just run rampant and control itself, because the brain is honestly, it is the most powerful and complex thing that has just ever been discovered in the universe. It's a machine. It can run without you. And if it does run without you, it'll probably run you right into the ground. It's so powerful, but it needs someone to control it. And I emphasize control it, because if you don't control your mind will control you. It will wander off into deep, dark places. Once it does, it's so hard to come back. It's so much more work to cut the weeds than it is to cut the lawn. Entrepreneurs, professionals, thank you for watching this video. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Social Gravity, and I am on YouTube quite a bit. I'm going to be posting twice a week, Monday and Friday. I might be late a day or so because I'm still doing client work. I'm still running a company, but I am damn well trying my best to keep up with the upload schedule. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that great stuff. I appreciate you. Have a great day.